In this video, I'm going to go over my winter season gear list for 2019-2020. What's up, backpackers? I'm Dan, and welcome to Backpacking Adventures, where we talk about backpacking, hiking, and gear. If those interest you, consider subscribing, but make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. I've gone on several backpacking trips this fall season so far, and now that it's getting cold, I'm looking to switch over to my winter gear loadout. What do I mean when I say winter? When I say winter, I'm referring to temperatures at night below 20 degrees. Now, this is going to be my general gear list. I may add or take away gear depending on the trip or the weather. This gear will keep me comfortable at around 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and if need be, I could push it probably into the negative numbers. Let's get into the gear. First is my backpack. This is my 35-liter Curve from Light AF. Now, I've had this on several backpacking trips, and this is one of the most comfortable frameless packs I've ever used. Now, I did order a 46-liter pack from Light AF, and I'm still waiting for it. This is only because of the volume of my winter gear. It would be easier in that bigger backpack. When I get that backpack, I'll show it to you. Next is my shelter system. My hammock is the Dream Hammock Darien. So far, I've been using this for about a year and a half. No problems whatsoever. Very comfortable. My tarp is the Palace by Hammock Gear. I chose the 12-foot version because I like to keep it at least 1 foot longer than my hammock. And this tarp is great. It's wider on the sides. It allows you to pitch it down closer to the ground to block wind in the winter. And it also has doors. In the really cold temperatures in the winter, I include an Argon winter sock by Dutchwear. This goes over my entire hammock and provides a wind barrier and also holds in some of the heat. It is said that this can add maybe 10 degrees to your insulation rating. Next, for my sleep system, I use a top quilt and underquilt. My top quilt is the 0 degree Burrow by Hammock Gear, and this has a sewn-in foot box. My underquilt is a 0 degree Incubator by Hammock Gear, and this is also a full-length underquilt. Now for my clothes. First, we're going to talk about my worn clothes. I use my thinner base layer for hiking, and this is made by 32 degrees. The pants I use are from Columbia. Now, they are moisture wicking, and they work great in the winter time. Now, I have been considering purchasing lined pants, but I'm not real sure because I like the idea of layering that I can control my temperature better. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. For really cold weather, I will hike with gloves. I can't remember the brand name of these, but these are very warm and water resistant. I use a windproof hat from Outdoor Research. For socks, I use waterproof sealskin socks that keep my feet nice and dry. For shoes, I may use trail runners, but when the weather gets wet, I will switch over to my Keen hiking boots. They are waterproof. If it's snowy or icy, I might bring along my micro spikes. I do carry my R1 fleece from Patagonia. When it's really windy and cold, I will wear my Outdoor Research jacket. Now, for my packed clothes, I will bring another base layer, and this will be the Under Armour 2.0, which is much warmer than my 32 degrees brand. I bring extra socks liners. My sleep socks are possum down socks from Z-Packs. I bring a fleece hat from Z-Packs to wear at night. Also, my possum down gloves from Z-Packs. These gloves are great. My puffy coat is by Lightning Equipment and is the Torrid Apex jacket. I got this late in the winter season last year, so I really didn't get a good chance to use it. For my rain gear, I use the Outdoor Research Helium 2 jacket. Instead of using my rain kilt, I switch over to rain pants. These will help keep me dry in the snow, and they're also another layer to keep me warm. I still bring my Virtus rain mitts from Z-Packs. And I also have a pair of gaiters that I can put over my shoes and my shins to keep snow out or water. Now for my cook system, the pot I use is the Toaks Titanium 750 milliliter. I recently switched from my 700 milliliter to my 750 milliliter only because it's a little bit more compact and my stove and everything nests inside of it much better. I also have my pot cozy to cook in or to hold my pot, which I made myself. My stove is the Pocket Rocket 2. I keep a lighter in there. I keep my hot lips in there, which goes on your pot so you don't burn your lips when you're drinking your coffee. I also keep a cloth in there to use for wiping down or to get it off the stove if it's too hot. Now in the winter, I like to cook over the fire sometimes. So this year I'm taking this bushcraft grill made from Expedition Research. I haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to try, and I'll let you know how it works. I also bring this little spatula to cook with. It weighs absolutely nothing. I also take this plate that converts into a bowl from Fossils. Now for my water filtration, as you know, this fall I switched over to the Sawyer Squeeze. I also use a Knock Vecto 2-liter dirty water bag. I also carry a Ziploc bag in the winter so I can put my water filter in the bag and keep it in my pocket so I don't get wet at night. I also use 2 smart water bottles. There may be some times I do switch over to my Hygiene bottles, but so far the smart water bottles work fine in the winter. For my first aid kit, my Hygiene, and my electronics bag, nothing has changed since my fall backpacking gear loadout video, so I put a link up here, you can check those out. An additional item I bring in the wintertime is hand warmers. I either will take hand warmers packed in my clothes bag. Those are for at nighttime in case I get cold. I can put them in my foot box or somewhere to help generate some heat. But I do hike with hand warmers, mainly in my pockets to either keep my batteries warm or my water filter from freezing. I will also either bring a stool or a chair, and this is so I don't have to sit on that cold ground. I also take a saw to process wood, and this saw is outstanding. It's made by 7 Saw. Of course, I bring my sit pad, and I also bring my little weather radio so I can keep track of the weather. Tell me what items you have in your gear loadout that I don't in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and go explore.